you farting or is she?
It's probably her. No, really, it's not me. I don't know. Welcome back to Button Down Gaming.
Tucky Down Zero Gaming.
Yeah, we didn't get to that part yet. You fucked it up. You fucked it up, kid.
Jonathan Chris Tuckerfield the third. With porno.
With a porno. My name is Jay.
My name is Micah.
And we're playing Kentucky Route Zero.
What? Is that the name of this game? That's not the name of this game. We are playing Chris Tucky Route 1000.
You think if they ever make a sequel, would they change states, or would it be like Colorado Route Zero, or would it be like Kentucky Route 1?
What if they just skip to Kentucky Route 2? The Kentuckying. Or like Kentucky Route 2, Electric
Kentucky.
Boogaloo, the Kentuckying.
You know my favorite part about that
What?
is I don't know how many people know that's a Highlander joke.
What?
Because Highlander 2 is called The Quickening.
The Quickening.
And that's where that joke comes from. Anyway, down a little further. Like a porno. Abel and Eloise, the lovers' couriers. Bred for racing, Abel and Eloise spent most of their lives as carrier pigeons in the employ of the Echo River Avian Post. They retired here after Abel was disfigured in an accident.
Oh, God.
With a light aircraft. But old habits were hard to die. Abel and Eloise would pick up scraps of paper from the ground, the trash, even pull them out of pockets, and deliver them to other people nearby, to delight or embarrassment. Word spread, and travelers passing through this tunnel began to come prepared with love letters, poems, and other written desires to pass along indirectly through these pigeons to some random stranger.
Right, so you didn't care who they went to. So, like, the love letter could have been very passionate.
I figured, like, okay, so it's like you go down there with your woman, right, with a love letter, and then the pigeons take it, and if they bring it back to her, then it's meant to be.
She was meant to be. I know where you're going with this. I was thinking the same thing, but that's stupid.
After a hard day's work, Abel and Eloise would always be found nestled closely together in a disused newspaper stand set aside for their habitation. And that's where we left them.
That's fucked up. To die. To die.
Oh, Poppy. Poppy. That's a Marcy Playground song. Their album, I don't know if it's their first album, but the one with Sex and Candy on it.
I smell sex and
yeah, that one is a really good album, and it's full of nonsense, and I love it.
Who's that?
They have a song all about poppies.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, we don't have a poppy voice, right?
No, we don't have a poppy voice.
Is it a guy or a girl?
It's a girl.
Oh, shit, hold on. I'm trying to think of a good girl voice for Poppy. Real quick. Just said it right. No, we always beef. That's way too much.
Just said it right over there by the lamp, sweetie. Thanks.
I tried to quit.
Actually, just a minute. Who does that parcel claim to be from?
This is gonna suck. You have to do Shan's voice too.
I can't do that.
I'll do it.
Oh. That's weird. There's no label on it.
Wow. And we're lucky. And chocolates from a secret admirer. And not a snake from an assassin. I watch Game of Thrones. So, who are you? Do you work for the post office or the tugboat? I only ask because I haven't seen you before. Was that you I heard chatting down the hall?
Yeah, I just met Dashiell.
He's been working on that obsolete ringer, hasn't he? Absolutely obsolete. Poor Dashiell. You know, he's not really. He was let go a while back. A long while, actually. when they started restructuring, he was one of the first to go. But he talked them into letting him come every day and fiddle with some interminable project. He says it's to keep a long gap from growing his resume, but I think he just has nothing better to do. One of those old men who really needs to work, doesn't know how to be any other way. Well, there are no real jobs here, but there are fake jobs, I guess. It wasn't always like this. When I came to work at the Echo River Central Exchange, there were 12 of us. Loretta, Edna, Meg, Kara, Marie, Liz,
Lois.
Hester, Angie, Wilma, Connie. I was number 12. Connie and I were hired on that same day, but she showed up early. Marie finished college,
Jesus,
and
I'm
Hester
so
was
sorry.
fired for snapping a rude collar. But he had it coming, and I heard she did just fine on her own. So they hired Beryl, Jana, and Sachiko, which brought us up to 13. And that was as many operators as we ever had here at one time.
Gee, you really do volunteer a lot of information unbidden.
The power company came along, buying up all the lines. And one day they took the exchange as a throw-in, like it was nothing. Nothing. And they started phasing us out. Edna, Meg, Kara, and Lois were left one Friday evening, and were asked not to come back on Monday morning. Beryl saw the writing on the wall and quickly found employment at a private PBX. They had Jenna and Liz stop routing calls and write up some kind of best practices document instead. It was their final task as exchange employees. Some of the girls were reassigned to other divisions. Connie, I think, was checking residential meters. Sachiko and Wilma were moved into energy sales, cold calling businesses to see if they needed to upgrade their electricity plan. At least they were still on the phone.
Okay.
Then it was just Loretta, Angie, and me. We were swamped. The hours were hell, and hard on the throat. And the voice with a smile became a croak. I was gargling warm salt water in the break room, sipping from a thermos full of hot honey broth stashed under my chair. Oh, I brought a lot of extended technique to the switchboard on those days.
The irony is
Jesus.
abundant. And that hurt like hell, but I made it.
Sounded pretty good to me.
He's got the voltage too high. He'll burn out the relay.
Oh, God.
So where was I?
Oh, God. Extended switchboard technique.
It was all about timing your breath. Some girls got lightheaded during too many calls in a row. With that upbeat dynamic inflection they made us use to keep everything intelligible. It was very physical. So after a few months, it was just me. A new automation strategy was announced, and this place was rechristened Consolidated Auxiliary Switch number 30.
If it's automated, what do you do here?
It's not fully automated. There are still gaps in the functionality that need a human touch. And it really is all about touch here. Sound is a vibration, a touch you feel in your ear. So my voice is my touch. When we're talking, we're touching. Well, even on the phone. That's an electric touch. An intimate little shock that makes your tiny hairs tremble.
I have a question for you. It's not a question of the day, but I wonder what you think. I want your opinion on something. Do you think that she has the touch?
You got the touch!
Dun, dun, dun. You got the power!
Oh, poor dog.
Here you go.
But that's not even what I mean when I say it's all about touch here. When the power company first tried automating this old exchange with fancy new transistor arrays, the switchboard caught fire. It was just too much, too fast. So they tried using some clunky old mechanical relays. But then the calls were getting mismatched and out of sync. It was a nightmare. Their technicians determined that the phone system down here had been designed ad hoc over decades around as a specific tempo of its human operators, so short of replacing the whole thing, not to mention all the wiring. They'd have to work out the exact timing of every little human gesture that goes into routing a call.
My favorite thing about this is I started this, and then now you have to
fucker.
do it.
And that officially is my role here. I run the switchboard for the whole exchange. Once the work of 12, I'd like to remind you. They have some kind of machine somewhere that tracks how long it takes me to do each little thing. The caller never hears my voice now. They dial, my little indicator light switches on, and I make the connection.
Man. And I'm just going to keep asking questions. Do you miss
Motherfucker.
talking to the callers?
You know, there's something that bothers me about the process. Besides the fact that I'm training my replacement, who isn't even human. Here's what I mean. How long do you think it should have to take to time my every move, and recreate that timing in an automated switch mode? Rough estimate.
A couple days?
That's what I said. But this has been going on for over a year, and a very dog thought has started to nag at me. What if there is no cheap machine that's going to replace me? What if it's cheaper to just keep me here, filling in for the rhythm of the operators? What if I'm the cheap machine?
You're not a machine.
Nice of you to notice. Haha.
All right, well, we'll continue this
Torture, this throat torture.
next time on Button Down Gaming.
Button down.
Gaming. I will play.
No, I got it.
I will do Poppy.
No, I got it.
You gotta do that.
Maybe not.
Nice of you to notice. It all runs through as like one word.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Anyway. Bye.
We should have actually just gotten one of the damn things.